Hey kids, this is Rainbow Super Gamer. I'm reacting.
The Fund for Animals provides food, shelter, medical treatment, and care for thousands of...
Yeah, I'm in Mike's. His name's his nickname's Cody, but his YouTube channel's Brave Wilderness.
Really slippery. Oh, cool. Check this out. We got a little cove. This could be a perfect spot to find creatures. Come on up. Oh, it's slippery. You good? Yeah, watch your footing. Oh, there's an eel. Nice. No, it's a sea snake. Where? Right there, right there, right there. Yeah. Got it. Look at that. There's no question about it. This is the most lethal snake species I have ever handled.
He's watching. He's recording for
As the tide recedes on the Pacific edge of Costa Rica, our journey beyond the tide begins. Climbing over the washed-up skeletons of trees, my feet hit the water and splash through the shallow remains of the ocean. My eyes keenly locked into every shadowy pool, and my mind racing with excitement at the thought of the creatures I may stumble upon. You never know what you will find in a tide pool, and that is what makes them a mystery. Today we're exploring Mogo's Beach, located on the Gulf of Dulce on the Osa Peninsula. Okay, we've now landed on Mogo's Beach. Let's head up the shoreline here and see what sort of cool creatures we can find. This remote location can only be reached by boat and is very rarely explored by humans. However, we have been given special permission to walk its shoreline where we will search for tide pool residents.
Coyote, so you want to tell us what's going on with this net?
Yeah, I guess you guys aren't used to seeing me work with a net. That's because in an ocean tide pool, you never know what you're going to come across. And some of these little creatures could be poisonous or venomous. And if you have to catch something really quick, it's easier to scoop it up with a net, get it in a controlled situation to analyze it, determine what it is before you actually get hands-on. Worst thing that you can possibly do is get bitten or stung by something that can kill you. The crystal clear waters were swimming with fish, and the surrounding rocks were crawling with hermit crabs. Right away we were seeing all sorts of creatures, including a baby pufferfish. Look at that, I've just got him cupped in my hand right now. Can you see that? Yeah. Look at his little fins going. And one slippery little octopus. That is so creepy feeling. Tide pools are the perfect place to come across small ocean animals that have become stranded when the tide goes out. However, navigating the remaining slippery rocks as a human is rather difficult. Well, this beach sure is making it difficult. This terrain is full of all kinds of these huge rocks. That's what I call an ankle breaker right there. Let's keep moving up this direction and hopefully come across some terrain it's a little bit easier to navigate. As we made our way north along the craggy terrain, we went up and over a large rock formation. This is where we encountered one of the rarest animals you will ever find in a tide. Watch your footing, this is really slippery. Oh cool, check this out, we got a little cove. This could be a perfect spot to find creatures. Come on up.
Oh, it's slippery.
You good? Yeah, watch your footing. Alright, go down in there. Oh, there's an eel!
Where?
Right there, right there, right there! I got it!
Nice.
No, it's a sea snake! Yeah. Got it! Look at that! Woo!
Dude, you're right.
Jeez, yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay. Obviously, it's pretty slippery, but look at that! Holy cow! That is a yellow-bellied sea snake. Alright, be careful because they are incredibly venomous. Hold on, let me get him out of the net. Okay, I got him. Nice. Come here, buddy.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, he's trying to bite me. Alright, I got him. There we go. Wow! Look at that! I see all those little tiny teeth in there. This snake is incredibly venomous, so I need to be as careful as possible. Wow, it feels like a fishing lure. How cool is that? These guys are usually far out at sea. He was just in this little cove here. Must have gotten stuck when the tide was going out. Alright, let's take him back up over the top of the rocks here onto the beach and get a closer look. Oh man, this is so cool.
I cannot believe you caught that sea snake.
Woo! Watch your footing, get it back here. Let's go up here onto the sand. this out. That is the yellow phase of the yellow-bellied sea snake. Hold on, I gotta get him out of there. Come here, buddy. Now, normally you wouldn't find a snake like this so close to shore. I'm suspecting that because it's low tide right now, he got marooned in that tide pool. Normally you'd find them about 200 to 300 yards out into the ocean. I have never held a sea snake before. This is so cool. Now, you'll notice the shape of this snake's body is very flattened. Can you see that? And the tail almost looks like an oar. This allows them to easily move through the water. If I were to just put this snake down on the shore right here, they are not adapted to land. He would kind of just lay there and be like, I'm a dead snake. But out in the ocean, this guy is quick and stealthy. Now, they are not aggressive, but I can't take my attention away from my fingers being gently positioned behind its neck here. One bite from this snake, with as far away as we are from civilization, and I would be in some serious trouble.
What would happen to you?
I could potentially die, depending on how my body reacted. There's no question about it, this is the most lethal snake species I have ever handled. Now, these snakes are piscivores, which means that they hunt for fish. They have an incredibly potent neurotoxin. All it needs to do is tag a fish with the small fixed fangs inside of its mouth, and immediately the fish becomes paralyzed, and then the snake is capable of having its meal. Now, one interesting fact that you may not know is that the sea snake has an incredibly large lung that runs along the left side of its body. This allows these snakes to hold their breath for a long time when they're underwater hunting. It also works like the bladder of a submarine, allowing these snakes to become buoyant, and they will float all the way up to the surface. Finding a sea snake near shore is incredibly rare, and this one was likely stranded. So we decided to release it further out in the ocean to ensure that it found a safe return to the wild. Well, how epic was that? Getting up close with the yellow-bellied sea snake on our first episode of Beyond the Tide. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. These reptiles are a fragile part of the ecosystem that can be greatly affected by changing weather patterns. To swim alongside one in its natural environment was incredible, and I hope their species will continue to thrive beneath the ocean's surface so that future animal enthusiasts like myself can appreciate just how beautiful these snakes truly are. The tide pools of the world are filled with mysterious creatures, and if you enjoyed this first episode of Beyond the Tide, make sure to subscribe to the Brave Wilderness channel so you can join me and the crew on our next big adventure.
This is what's this one. One more.
I'm Coyote Peterson. This is Aaron Sanchez, and today we're heading out to the tide pools of Northern California to see what sort of creatures we can find.
Better land.
The California coastline is an epic sight for any set of eyes, and I have always been fascinated by the rising and falling of the tide. And in the Half Moon Bay area, if you know exactly where to be at low tide, you stand the chance of finding some very interesting creatures. I'm pretty good at coming across animals on my own, but today I will be following the lead of a true tide pool expert. Aaron Sanchez is a man of adventure, and since childhood, he has had a fascination with the ocean and a love for its animals. Over the past decade, he has spent countless hours exploring intertidal pools, where he has encountered and photographed some sea creatures that seem as if they belong on another planet. How does this work? Do we just go out there in the water and try to scoop things up into the bucket?
Well, sometimes you will get lucky. We'll walk around here. Chances are we will see some organisms just kind of hanging out because it is low tide. But what we really want to do is go to areas where animals have hidden underneath rocks. When the low tide is out, these animals are trapped. They wait here. When the tide comes back in, they swim off and continue on with their lives.
Awesome. All right, well, let's head out there into the tide pools and see what we can find.
Let's do it.
After less than 5 minutes of searching, Aaron came upon the first find of the day. Yeah. What do you got? Oh, wow, I know what that is. That is a starfish, right?
Starfish is pretty common, but the correct terminology is sea star.
Really, that's crazy, but most people don't know that. Every book I've ever seen calls them starfish.
It's pretty common, yeah.
All right, now can we just pick this up?
We can. He's just kind of walking along the surface here, so he's fine.
He's moving extra slow, isn't he?
Yeah. This is a leather star. And the reason it's called a leather star is because it feels actually like wet leather.
Wow, it really does. It feels like a boot.
It's pretty unique.
It doesn't smell like anything. Maybe a little bit like the ocean. Can I flip him over on this side? Oh, look at that. Yeah, I can feel. Wow, all those little feet are really sticky.
These are actually called tube feet, and this is how the sea star gets around.
All right, well, it's a pretty good start. Let's put him back in the water and see if we can find something a little crazy.
Sounds good.
The leather sea star was pretty incredible, but what we were really after is what Aaron considers the holy grail of tide pool creatures, the elusive red octopus. I love a good challenge, so our search began. Okay, so Aaron's walked up a ways there looking for creatures, and I just got to show you guys what it is that we're walking through. Look at this. This is all kelp, and it smells awful, but it feels really cool when you walk on it. Almost feels like moonwalking. How squishy and bouncy it is. It all feels like rubber. And it absolutely stinks. All right, well, I'm going to catch up to him and see if we can find some more cool creatures. The tide pools were alive with all kinds of interesting and alien-looking animals. We found sea anemones, which might look like a plant, but are in fact an animal, related to coral and jellyfish. That feels so cool. All those little tentacles are so sticky. A nereid worm, which is the ocean's version of a living nightmare. And this one was just a baby, but they can grow to be nearly 2 feet in length. No thanks. Then there were the crabs. Tons of crabs, including the purple shore crab, striped shore crab, and one big Pacific rock crab. Trust me, you don't want to find your finger in those pictures. Several hours of searching had passed, with no sign of an octopus. But all was not lost, when suddenly we came across another gem of the tide pools. Aaron, I think the toughest part about this is all the terrain. It's so slippery.
You gotta watch your footing.
Yeah, all right, you want to flip this one? See what we got. More crabs, I'm guessing. Oh, look at that, that's an eel.
You know, Coyote, a lot of people think so, but these are in fact a fish called a prickleback. They won't bite, they're actually vegetarians. They mostly feed on seaweed.
All right, let's get them into the bucket so we can try to get a closer look. Now, you say I can just pick these up, right?
That's right. Coyote, one thing people might not know is that pricklebacks can actually breathe air.
Really? So they can be out of the water?
They can.
All right, so if I take one out of here and just hold it, it's going to be fine?
You might be a little slippery, but yeah.
All right, let's give that a shot. Get one of these out of here. All right, I'm going for the big one. Here we go. Come here, big guy. Let's move slow. Wow. That is one bizarre-looking little creature. It looks like a mix between an eel and a mud skipper. I can see why people would think that these are eels. I mean, I saw it squirming around. I was like, it's an eel. But that's so cool. This is actually a fish. I can see his little prickleback sticking up there. I'm going to touch that and see if it's actually spiky. Oh, yeah. I can feel that. And so that's pretty commonplace to just flip over a rock in the low tide like this and find piles of them.
At low tide it is. These guys are waiting for the tide to come back in, so they're just going to be under these rocks.
Okay, now this one to me looks pretty good size, but this is not an adult, you said?
No, these guys can actually get to about 2.5 feet.
Wow, that would be cool. What are the odds of finding one that's 2 feet here underneath the rocks in the tide pool?
Usually not so likely. The bigger guys are going to be out at sea.
After admiring these bizarre-looking fish, it was time to release them back into the ocean. All right, here we go. Getting the pricklebacks back into the ocean. Oh, with the tide coming in. All right, guys. See you later. Oh, there they go. Wow, that was awesome. Aaron, thank you so much for having us out here to explore the intertidal pools. We saw so many creatures. Sea anemones, sea stars, lots of crabs, and of course, the prickleback fish. The one thing we didn't come across was the red octopus, which means we're gonna need to head back out to California soon to visit our friend Aaron to see if we can find one. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure.
Anyway, guys,
To check out some of Aaron's amazing work, make sure to follow his Instagram account at Waterbomb.
Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So I'll see you dudes in the next video. Like and subscribe, please.